What's up guys, this is Eddie. Welcome to a new video. Quantum DPS, let's go. Alright, so first we're gonna do single target DPS. There are two loadouts I'm gonna give you and we're gonna talk about that in a minute. First we're gonna look at the stats. So we're gonna focus on might because this is a might based loadout. So my might is 191,327, combat rating is 396, and looking at the gear mods, we're gonna be using Blast Adapter 5 for weapon, Supercharged New Venom Boost 3 for head socket, Escalating Might 5 for neck, Berserker for back, Penetrating Strikes for chest, leg doesn't matter, Maximum Damage for hands, Tumbling Master for feet if you're super speed, otherwise you can use Explosive Block or Deadly Block. And for the augments, we're going to use whatever the highest augments you can access, so go for Mighty, and then for origin augments we're going to use Mighty Implants or whatever it's called depending on your mentor. And for the allies, we are using, for single target we're going to use Crypto because it has a very awesome single target damage, or also you can use House of Legends bot, it's kind of similar. Number second is Batman, and it gives you 10% might and 5% precision every time your hit counter reaches 100. So every time it reaches 100 you will get this. You can also use Shazam, but I prefer Batman. The second one is most important, Batman Who Laughs. It will give you 5% might, restoration, vitalization, and 2.5% precision, plus 35 power, 7.5% critical chance, and 10% health depending on the random card you draw. So these three are the allies. Now looking at the artifacts, we are using Transformation card, Strategist card, and Solar Amplifier. Transformation card will give you 20% critical chance, 30% critical magnitude, make sure you have it at rank 200, and it will give you 3% might. While Strategist card will apply a tactical advantage, which is basically a damage over time for 8 seconds. And if you have it at rank 200, it will also double the proc chance of tactical advantage and increase the potency of tactical advantage by 30% and give you 4% might. Basically you will do more damage. And the Solar Amplifier, it basically amplifies your heat vision, 10% eye beam damage, and also turns your heat vision from single target to AoE damage. And if you have it at rank 200, it also installs Empowered Channeling tactical mod. Basically you will not get countered, but it's not required. You can run it on around 160, mine is 165, so you can run it around that, and it will also give you 5% might. So these are the artifacts. Now looking at the skill points allocation, I'm using rifle as always because of the rifle grenade, and I like to clip my rifle grenade, range weapon tap attack in between my abilities, in between my powers. And under super speed, flight, acrobat, just get this, and if you have extra skill points, get these 5. Under iconic powers, we're gonna go for heat vision, new venom boost, and word of power only if you have extra skill points. Otherwise, it's you can just use new venom boost. And why we're using new venom boost, we're gonna talk about it when we talk about loadout. Under stat points, we're gonna use super powered, critical attack chance, critical attack magnitude, and then put everything in might and power. And then if you have extra skill points, put that in precision because we're gonna be using that rifle grenade, so we want more damage out of it. So this is the skill point allocation. Now let's go and take a look at loadout. Number one is Gravity Well, which is your damage over time, and it stays on for 12 seconds. The cooldown 12 seconds, 300 power cost, and enemies become graviton charged when they are hit by the Gravity Well. So we are looking at this power interaction. Then we're gonna pop Amplified Heat Vision because of Solar Amplifier, so it will burn the enemy, do damage over time, and then do a burst attack. Number third is Gravitonic Field. It's also your damage over time, 3 seconds cooldown, and the graviton charge enemies take additional damage. Basically they are going to be graviton charged by gravity well, so it will do additional damage. Number 4 is your burst damage lift, and again graviton charge enemies will take additional damage and do damage over time to the nearby enemies. Number 5th is your finisher, and enemies below 35% will take extra damage. It's also damage over time. And number 6 is new venom boost, which will grant you extra 40% damage whenever you pop it, and you can do your rotation normally and you will do additional damage. Now the reason we are using new venom boost is because Quantum has 2 supercharges which do damage: Temporal Vortex and Oblivion. So Temporal Vortex is it's not a good supercharge. It's 30-second cooldown, 5,000 supercharge cost, but it's not that great damage. It will do like 400-600k. while Oblivion will do around 1.8 to 2.5 million damage when you pop it, but it costs 10,000 supercharge costs. So whenever you will pop it, it's just game over. So unless you're running with 2 EOG healers, I recommend running New Venom Boost, or you can just, if you want, you can use Oblivion, but you will not be able to pop it again and again. And if you are running with, EOG healers 1 or 2, you can also replace that with Word of Power, so you can pop it again every 12 seconds. This will also give you, increase your critical damage and increase critical chance, so it's also recommended. But New Venom Boost is the best one. And if you are not fond of, amplified heat vision, what you can do is you can replace that with Singularity, and you can replace your solar amplifier with Quizlet. So Quizlet is basically your pet. It will fight by your side, and it will do a powerful attack whenever you will use a superpower, and whenever you will use a supercharge, it will release, a medium damage towards primary target and hitting up to 7 additional enemies. And if you have it at rank 200, it will also grant you 1% supercharge whenever you will, do the Mega Blast from Quizlet, and also gives you 4% might at 200 rank. So we can do that. You can replace this. You can run this setup and run, Singularity. It's not as great as heat vision, so the damage is a little bit lower. But if you don't mind, losing some damage and don't want to run heat vision, this is the way to go. But I prefer heat vision, and you're gonna see in a second why. So let's go and change it back to solar amplifier, and then let's go to sparring target and see the numbers. Alright, so there you have it. We started with 114, 105, 107, 117, 118, and then massive 1.3 million, then 108. So the best part about this loadout with the heat vision is that you can see that we always get above 47% crits. It's only hit once, like 35.7%, then it's only 53%, 48%, 57%, 59%. So the crits are gonna be amazing with solar, amplifier and heat vision. Now let's go and take a look at the other loadout which does not have the heat vision. So there you have it. We started with 101, then went down to 91, then 115, and then 121. So you can get the idea, but the crits are gonna be low, as you can see, 36.2%, 39%. So if you want more crits, go with solar amplifier and heat vision. If you want a simple loadout, this is it. This is not that great, but it's not that bad either. You can still hit, good numbers with this loadout. Now let's go and take a look at the AoE loadout. Alright, so here we are with the AoE loadout. Everything is same, but as you can see, my might has dropped a little bit. That is because we are using Quizlet instead of solar amplifier. So solar amplifier gives me some extra might. But yeah, 187,760 might, same CR, same gear mods, same augments. And for the R effects, we're still using transformation card, strategist card, and Quizlet. And I have already explained what they do in the single target loadout explanation, so there's that. And allies are same, the support allies, but for combat ally, I'm using Zoom. You can also use, any other Shazam or Black Adam or, Superman or whatever you want to. But yeah, these two are more important. So let's go and take a quick look at the skill points allocation. It's also same, still rifle, and still everything is same. Under iconic powers, we're just getting new venom boost, no word of power, no heat vision. Under stat points, everything is same as before, might and power first and then precision. So now let's go and take a look at the loadout. So the loadout is same as before, starting with Gravity Well, 12-second cooldown, damage over time pool, and the enemies become Graviton charged. Number 2 is gonna be Time Shift. It's your burst power and it destabilizes the enemy. It's a different power interaction, but we're gonna be using that. Number 3 is Distortion Wave. It's also your burst damage and destabilized enemies take additional damage. So enemies gonna be destabilized by Time Shift, so it will take additional damage. It will do additional damage. Number 4 is Singularity, and it's also your burst damage, but it do the damage twice basically. So it will create a black hole near your target, and then after a short time it will explode. So everybody around that will, get some damage. And enemies become Graviton charged, making them vulnerable to, gravitational. So this also applies Graviton charge PI. And number 5 is Warp Barrage, and it's also your burst damage, and destabilized enemies take additional damage, which they are gonna be from Time Shift. And number 6 is New Venom Boost. So this is your very simple loadout, no heat vision, and you have to, make sure you are mid-range. This is not full range loadout. Make sure you're, mid-range, and just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So let's go to the sparring target and see the numbers. So there you have it. We started with 157, which is not that great, obviously, because we were setting up the powers. Then 198, then 225, 223, and then again 223. So it's pretty consistent. I could keep on going and it will give me the same result. And if we hit, a crit here and then, every now and then, so we're gonna get around 240k damage. So that's it. It's a decent AoE damage. It's not great. It's obviously not electricity, or it's not gadgets, it's not munitions. It's quantum, so this is the best you're gonna get from AoE, but the single target damage is amazing. You can really, catch up to anybody, and I mean even electricity precision DPSs if you use a single target loadout right. But I'm talking about the heat vision loadout, not the other one. And besides that, just use everything in your arsenal. Just use everything in your utility belt. Use your henchmen, use your pets, use your supply drops, orbitals, trinkets. Every time your combat allies are out of cooldown, use that. And make sure you're buffed, make sure you are using nitro and compound sorters, and then just use your rifle attacks, rifle grenade attacks in between your powers to get some extra damage out of it. So you really need to squeeze everything out of quantum to be a top DPS. But yeah, very awesome power, and this is it. If you have any questions, just comment down in the comment section below and I'll get back to you, and I'll see you guys next time.